Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today, 521 Investment Wealth Builders. On today's video, we're going to continue to talk about financial distraction. And this financial distraction may come in the form of a pyramid scheme. Now, a pyramid scheme is a business model. And a business model describes how an organization creates, delivers, and captures value. The pyramid name comes from the structure of the scam. When I used to hear about pyramid schemes, an image normally came in my mind of the ancient pyramids of Egypt. At the top or the apex, in the middle part, the layers, and at the bottom, which supported, was the base. Now, the pyramid scheme recruits members and normally promise payment for enrolling others into the scam. If I do not understand how a business model functions, it can be difficult to know whether I'm involved or not involved in a pyramid scheme. So I should have some type of understanding of how a business model functions. Now, a pyramid scheme has a cousin, and that cousin name is Ponzi, or the Ponzi scheme, which normally has no product to sell and pays no commission to investor, but normally focus on recruiting new members. Now, the behavior of a pyramid scheme follows the mathematics of exponential growth, or each level of the pyramid is much larger than the one before it. So that is the pyramid scheme behavior. Now, as I said before, at the top of the pyramid is the apex, the middle layers, and then we have the base, which are supposed to support the structure. Now, each layer must expand to support the other layer. For a pyramid scheme to make money, and that's the whole purpose of a pyramid scheme, is making money, everyone enrolled in it must keep expanding. It must expand. For a pyramid scheme to make money, everyone enrolled in it. Because remember, those layers in the middle are no more than people. They're individuals, but they're in the middle. And above them, you have other people, but normally it's not that many. It may be one or two at the top or the apex, but in the middle, you have people. And they must keep expanding to support the structure to make money, because that's why people come into pyramid scheme. It's about making money. Now, I'll say this very quickly. The bottom level of the scheme often loses money. And normally you hear about that a lot. The people that come in last are the ones that lose money. And people at the top mostly profit from the structure. Most of the members will be at the bottom, where there is less opportunity. Oh, wow. Think about that. I'll say that again. Think about that. The bottom level of the scheme often loses money, and people at the top profit the most. But members at the bottom is where there is less opportunity. Members at the bottom, there is less opportunity. Now, what causes us to join a pyramid scheme? It's all about an opportunity to make money. But here are a few red flags to help us to avoid joining a pyramid scheme, or if we are involved in one, decide, am I going to stay in this business model or am I going to get out? Here it is. Number one, there is nothing to sell. Remember, as I said at the beginning of this video, a business model should do three things. It should create, it should deliver, and capture value. But how will it do that? Through exchange. Other words, where there is no genuine product or service sold, or what's being sold is hard to value, speculative, or overpriced, I must exercise caution. Other words, you cannot have this for nothing. You can see the image of this $100 bill. You cannot have this for nothing. Remember, a business model should create, deliver, and capture value through exchange. And this is the exchange. But you cannot have this for nothing. And oftentimes, people are ready to give up this for nothing. Number two, recruiting is the primary emphasis. Programs that emphasize recruiting and paying a fee to join exercise caution. As I always say in all my videos, due diligence. Always do due diligence. When there's an emphasis on recruiting and paying a fee to join, just do your due diligence. I'm not saying not to join, but do due diligence. Get understanding. Find out something about this organization, this structure you'll begin to get involved with. Number three, easy money is promised. Other words, it will be so easy. And normally what you hear a lot today is easy to get rich. If it was so easy to get rich, then everybody would be rich. So it's not easy getting rich. I say that again. If it was so easy to get rich, then everybody would be rich. But as we know, for a fact, everybody's not rich. It's not easy getting rich. It requires work. It requires diligence. It requires commitment. It requires investment. It requires investment in yourself. So there's something, it's just not easy getting rich. So when somebody promised just saying it's easy to get rich, you join this, you're going to be rich overnight, exercise caution. You're going to have to do some work. Or you hear this, you're going to make big bucks. And when it does not happen, you get blamed for something you didn't do. Otherwise, they'll promise you a lot of these guys, but in reality, this is all you see. It's this guy. Again, they're promising you or I that we can get a lot of these guys, but in reality, all we are seeing is this guy. Number four, promise of high return in a short period. Exercise caution with pitches. Because normally they have to pitch what they're trying to get you involved. They're pitching that you're going to get rich quick and exponential return. That's the pitch. Exercise caution of high returns in a short period of times, or giving guarantees. And I said that on the other videos. Be careful when people are guaranteeing things. Be careful. Exercise caution. Do research. Be careful when people are guaranteeing things that you're going to get rich 30, 60, 90 days. It's going to happen overnight. All you need to do is invest some of this to get rich. Exercise caution. Number 5, your buy-in is required. You may be required to pay to join, even if the buy-in is a one-time fee. Exercise caution about required buy-in. You know how it is. It's a buy-in to get in this structure or this compensation level, to learn about this. Not saying you shouldn't do it, but exercise caution before you give up your money. Number 6, you are not allowed to ask a question. Now, pyramid schemes is often high energy and low on substance, and I said that on another video. They're high energy but low on substance. If you cannot ask questions, are not encouraged to ask any question, you might want to exercise caution. If you cannot ask questions, or questions are not encouraged, you might want to exercise cautions. Due diligence, and that's the key word. Now, pyramid schemes have been around for many years, and people are still getting involved in them. And normally, when people get involved, if they didn't start it, they're normally coming in at the middle. And when you come in at the middle of a pyramid scheme, you are beginning to feel the support of the layers above you. That's right. There's a layer of support that is above you, and you are below that level of support. But guess what? You eventually will have to support that level above you. And the one comes in after you must support you, which are a level above them. The point I'm making here about pyramid schemes, think about this. When you come in at the wrong level, you're going to lose. When you come in a pyramid scheme at the wrong level, you're going to lose. And I'm not encouraging people to get involved in pyramid schemes. That's not what I'm saying. But oftentimes when people come in, they come in at the wrong level. They come in at the wrong level. They come in at the middle of the compensation level, or they coming in near the base, which is supposed to support the whole structure. And eventually, that structure, if you don't have enough people coming in, you can't find enough people to recruit to come in, it's going to fall. And you're going to end up, or I would end up, losing everything. And then the authorities going to have to get involved to try to get you and I some of our money back, because then we'll say, guess what? I was involved in a pyramid scheme, and I came in at the wrong level, and I lost everything. I didn't gain anything but knowledge about a pyramid scheme. So the point I'm making here is, even if you were in a pyramid scheme and you lost money, let that be a lesson of understanding. As I always say in all my videos, get understanding. Get understanding, then teach others about how pyramid schemes work and operate. Because again, at the top or the apex, you got one or two people. And normally, they're the one getting the big bucks. And then you got the levels below them. They'll do okay. And the levels below them, they'll do all right. But the ones that come in at the middle, they're normally the one to feel all the pressure. They're the ones that hear about, you got to bring in more. If you want to make more money, you got to bring in more people. But that's to support the compensation level of the structure. Because any good business model, think about this, any good business model will always start at the base and build up. Because I mentioned on a video, if you don't have a good base or structure, that building will fall. So the business model should always be built from the ground up, or the base up, or the foundation up. Not so much from the top coming down, but from the base, which is going to support everything and going up. That's the way it should operate. Please subscribe, share, and give a thumbs up. Until we meet again, peace.